Hey everybody, this is Allie or Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? So someone gifted me an amazing tarot deck. It's really good, but it's very complicated because it's runes. My favorite thing. So I'm going to start off with a Norn spread. I'm going to have to use the book. Because it's runes mixed with tarot. So many tarot decks have, mostly all the cards have very similar meanings, but some of them have different interpretations. Some of the cards in this deck definitely has different interpretations. So we're gonna just use the book. I don't care because the reading is gonna be good anyway. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for this upcoming New Year's Eve and day? Messages do you have for the collective for New Year's Eve and day? And then after this reading, I will. How did I know that was going to happen? I knew it. I'll do the oracle around it. Hopefully that sounds good to everybody. There's no coincidences in this world. I don't believe it. I believe everything has a reason for popping out. So I was playing with these cards last night. I pre-shuffled them before I set up my board. And then I put my energy in when I shuffle around here. I got two of the same cards in the same position. Two of the same cards. I had these two cards yesterday in the same position. Holy moly crapperoonie. So this is what one desires. So this is like a family unit. This is obstacles coming towards you in every direction, but you slaughter them. And we're going to do that. But this is what you desire. This is the skill you need to possess to make it happen. And what chance of success does fate give you if you weave these strands together? So let's see. So these are paternal figures here. Seek comfort, understand the past, reunion, childlike, giving and receiving from the heart. So that's what we desire. We're desiring either a relationship or a union, or a reunion with a family. Oh, and also, hang on. So the runes associated with this is Tyr, Wunyo, I don't think you could see, well, up. Oh, in their necklaces, they have the runes. So courage, strength, and wisdom. That's why I really like this deck, because it plays with the runes. So this describes a bleak situation, one tired warrior against 7 unseen assailants. There cannot be a happy ending. Note how the swords are clean, while the Viking's blade is bloodied. This warrior's skill is far more advanced than others. The warrior might look trapped, but the real story is what happens when they get up off the ground. There is always another way out. An individual needs to be clever and trained to spot weaknesses. Think about what your senses might be missing. What clue are you not seeing? That is what this card warns when it appears in a reading. So this is feeling trapped. Draw from power reserves. Use all your knowledge. Restricted mobility, isolation. And Stan means stone, strong and stalwart, but slow to react. So many of us are desiring to be with others, but right now we're being isolated. We feel trapped, but there is a way out. And we have the bloodied sword, which is pretty damn good. And then we have the Ace of Horns. And this is, so when we come back to here, what skill do you possess to make this happen? The skill is to use your ability to outmaneuver all those swords, those 7 swords. You have to outmaneuver them. And how are you going to do that? And the Ace of Horns is all about the rush of new emotions. The ripple of water indicates some action, despite the appearance of nothing to move the water. The horn is empty and ready to be filled with fresh liquid. It is life force and will help keep its owner alive for any day. This is a new emotional connection. Fill up your cup, trust your intuition, have compassion and curiosity. So this means that you can be filled to the brim with creation, the amount of energy that you have. So in order for you to get to this situation, you have to overcome yourself. You have to unblock and find the way out of this rough seas. This is the 8 of Swords. And with new brightened emotion and trusting your intuition and being curious, we can get over here. So how fun is that? I should have brought out my other room. Oracle deck. Guys, it looks like many of us who might be single might have an attraction happening and we feel stuck in the situation. Okay, Spirit. What is for the collective coming from New Year's Eve today? What messages do you have for the collective? Messages, Spirit, do you have for the collective for New Year's Day and Eve? What messages do you have, Spirit, for the collective for New Year's Eve and Day? I got a belly flutter with that. My stomach twittered. Okay, guys, I think we have a confirmation. Wow. Okay, I don't know. I don't do anything reading in particular with anything specific. I just asked Spirit what we need to know. So we have 7th house relationship. Nurture your relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the 5th house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. Now you have a sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on the sapling. It can yet bear the weight. Instead of crushing with expectations, nurture and protect it. When you are working in tandem in love or in business, it can be tempting to either give your power away to your partner or take over theirs. An unbalanced relationship can become untangible. Fertilize the ground of your partnership. Feed your partner with romantic moments and fair, honorable arrangements. When you are fascinated by spirit of another, they can become fascinated with you. And now we have the 9th house, exploration. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your family bubble. Step into a new country, try on fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or a spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience, until you step outside it. Look back at your socioeconomic milieu, family and friends, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You are being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand that the real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company builds resilience. When you finally break through and see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. Widen your horizon, expand your world, explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. So guys, to me, this is like speaking of, if we're talking about like relationships, you might find somebody that has a different mindset than yours, a different type of philosophy, a different mind frame. So explore, open up those horizons. And just with anything in life in general, the paradigm is shifting, and being closed isn't going to help your situation. So make sure you're open and ready to receive. Okay, Spirit. What does the collective need to know for New Year's Day and New Year's Eve? Ah. I don't know why I keep pulling my hair. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe so this can hit more people. Because they're not tarot readings or oracle readings, they tend not to get out. Without your help, they'll just be seen by all the enlightened people on my page. What does Spirit have to share with everybody for the collective? What does Spirit have for everybody for New Year's Eve and day for the collective? What do we need to know, Spirit? Yeah. We have Wailing Tree. I'll read first. Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses and reconciliations. When you encounter the Wailing Tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you're considering making a change, now it is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, and really know that you've learned as you walk away from it and in something new. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. So do it all now. Look at it squarely and honestly, and stay with your feelings. Life is either or, it's both and this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging, for sure. Yet, like all things, they will pass enough and you will be more enriched by the experience. So guys, there might be something going on that you might have to heal first in order to move forward. Perhaps to get to this situation here, this relationship, this ending, that might be the solution to how you get around those swords. Drifter. What lights you up, experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none, to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you have to have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the drifter. Here you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands the others are running full out on the hamster wheel and getting nowhere. Your laziness is an unappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. This definitely flows into that card. Okay, Spirit, what are we manifesting for the collective? I don't know why this is happening today, guys. What is flowing for the collective for this New Year's Eve and day? What messages does Spirit have for our manifesting? Come on. What are we manifesting for the collective, Spirit? For New Year's Day and Eve? What are we manifesting, Spirit, as the collective? Okay, we have last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. Someone has had their feelings hurt. Maybe it's you. Deal with this upset, especially, but not only, if it's on the home front. Whatever is going on right now will go on will go better if you take steps to make sure that no one is feeling like they've been emotionally run over. If you feel like your feelings have been trampled on, it's time to work through them and clear them. Then you can move forward towards your goals. It's hard to manifest when hurt feelings are in the way. Relationships, especially family or the people you live with, are extra charged now. If someone is riding rugshod over your feelings, don't sulk. When someone upsets you, it's easy to wear your hurt like a badge of honor, but that merely perpetuates the situation. So guys, in order to get to this beautiful situation right here, we have to work through our feelings. Experience life as it comes. Reconciliations are the key to getting here and exploring life. And this is last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. The danger in your current situation is that you're going to be really good at starting things and less good at finishing them. This card suggests that you need to talk less and feel more. So rather than telling people what you want now, feel your feelings about what you want. What comes up? Do you believe in yourself or not? Perhaps you started strong but are running out of steam. If so, go within and ask yourself how committed you are to your goals. Remember that it's okay to change your mind. One of the current energies is about feelings and other is in its head. Where are you? Can you meld the two? That's the way. Why ruin a moment with words? Sometimes feelings are enough. It's good to talk, but it's also good to just be. Seems like we have a lot of internal conflict going on that we need to resolve. But we can get there, guys. Wow, so far so good. All right, I'm back. Spirit, what messages do we have for the collective? For New Year's Eve and day. What messages, Spirit, do we have? Spirits do what message do we have, Spirit, for the collective for New Year's Day and Eve? I'm sorry, guys. I'm like very dyslexic, so my order and everything is always off. I know that might bother some of you. What messages do we have, Spirit, for the collective? Another tummy flutter. Air Spirit. Oh, I love this. Healing. Okay, we'll read that one first because I love it. So one of my spirit guides is a bear, and I love anything like that. Bear Spirit, healing. This card will appear to you to let you know that healing on all levels is occurring, and it can come in many forms. Be ready to accept it. Know as well that you are healing force for others. You may not even be aware that you are a conduit for healing energy, but when others thank you, simply say, "You're welcome." even if you don't know how it happened. In many native traditions, bear spirit is thought to be aligned with humans, as he can walk upright like a human. He represents the healer and good medicine. He also bestows healing powers to those worthy. You indeed are worthy. Bear spirit energy can also represent grounding, strength, and confidence. It activates a stable foundation to face whatever challenges appear in your life. The spirit of the bear says, you are healing and a channel for the life force of the universe. You are strong and grounded. Healing is unfolding and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith, all is well. Okay, guys, so with all of working in this, being reconciling, exploring others, work through your feelings, experiencing life as it comes, going within, your healing. Air spirit, knowledge. You receive this card when you need to think things through. All of that, thinking through. This is not the time to be impulsive. Do not react instantaneously to situations and people. Take into consideration all points of view. Do your research. Listen to others. Speak your truth. Take time to weigh the pros and cons of a situation. It is an excellent time to begin a new venture or project. It will succeed as long as you are thoughtful, organized, and focused. There is a remarkable wellspring and wisdom within you. Take a breath, slow and deep, and delve into the inner knowledge. It will guide you into the right direction. Air represents wisdom, our mental activity, and our ability to reason. It's also associated with thoughts, intellect, communication, and comprehension. Through our breath, we can speak and express ourselves. Our lives begin with our first breath, so air is connected with new beginnings. The spirit of air oversees friendship, clarity, and positive focus in life. The spirit of air says, inhale, take a moment to think things through, think as well as feel the right direction. Get clarity, become focused before stepping forth. Take care to have thoughtful communication with others. Guys, it is completely all tying in once again. How incredible how that's tying in. Always going within, talk less, feel more. Your knowledge will come. You are healing. If this is your goal, whether it be a new job, whether it be relationship, it is coming after you do the work. You got to do the work. Even though this is not a love read, this is just for everybody. So spirit, what does the collective need to hear? What messages do they need to hear, especially during New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? What messages, Spirit, do you have for the collective? Jeez Louise. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Guys, look at the bigger picture. Okay, get out of your head. Look at the bigger picture. Don't get bogged down. And again, going within, meditate and contemplate, which is, this is also Pisces. And that's the Sag fire. Got a lot of water and fire going on over here. Contemplate what is going on. Actually, hang on, guys. I want to pull from this deck before I do the last two. What messages do you have for the collective spirit for this upcoming New Year's Eve and day? What messages, spirit, do you have for the collective? For the New Year's Day and Eve? Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. Explore, love, and create. Okay, spirit, what does the collective need to know? What is the overall feeling of this reading? Spirit, what is the overall feel for this reading for the collective? Lagos. I just had it. There's a lot of water, in this reading. Laguz is the rune representing water, and water is a universal symbol for emotion, both positive and negative. If this card appears, you are being encouraged to release your emotions and let the flow to the surface. Tears can be very cleansing, and emotions should be acknowledged and openly expressed. Don't hold back. Allow yourself to feel and live your life to the full. This rune also shines a light on the importance of being guided by your intuition, which expresses itself through feelings. What are your emotions trying to tell you? Another association with this card is the need for renewal. Perhaps rigid ideas are holding you back or stifling your creativity, and it is time to be more open-minded and to let the past go and start anew. Meditating beside a lake or river or visiting the seaside may help release creative blocks and bring renewed energy and inspiration. Guys, oh my goodness, this ties into everything, especially here we go. Release. Pisces, Pisces, water, water. Fire and water. Even snow, water. Okay, spirit, what messages? How is spirit helping the collective for this upcoming weekend, for the new year. How is Spirit helping the collective? How is Spirit helping the collective? How is Spirit helping the collective? One more. How is Spirit helping the collective? Goosebumps, guys. Goosebumpies. Goosebumpies. I was actually listening to Gamma. All right, we'll do number 2. Hupio dissolvi. It is time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and leading you on a soul healing journey and the right spirit path. Spirit wants you to bring you a blessing and a resolution. Gosh, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. You do not need to be in control in order to be safe and have things work out in the best way possible. In an often spiritually deficit modern culture, we have developed a kind of mystical amnesia. We have forgotten the genuine effect and astonishing power of spiritual intervention that can be invoked by an open heart. This oracle brings you a message from Spirit. There is a problem in your life that seems very real and substantial. Yet if you approach it from a more mystical perspective, desiring spiritual connection and healing, that issue can dissolve. It can be absorbed into spiritual light and be healed. It can be transformed in such a way that your current viewpoint of suffering will cease to exist. This is a path for healing you have yet to recognize. As you let go of what you think you should or must be, you will recognize a perhaps unexpected path to your true healing and inner fulfillment opening up before you. In the spiritual landscape of the heart, we let go of what we think of engaging with, what we feel. The true mystical experience of divine love is not just emotional, it is transfiguring. It helps us transform ourselves and our lives. This oracle guides you to immerse yourself in the spiritual light within your heart. A beautiful and uplifting outcome is being offered to you. Trust in Spirit, let go and receive. Let it go. Let it flow. It's gonna be okay. Aurora of Gamma. It is time to let go of what has been. You are swiftly outgrowing your past. Explore and commit to a spiritual practice that supports your personal transformation so that you can cross the threshold before you now. Embrace your freedom to be creative in your approach rather than doggedly committing yourself to your previous ideas or plans. You have the spiritual intelligence necessary to evolve. Continue your healing journey with trust that a positive outcome is imminent. Aurora is the Roman goddess of the dawn, the bringer of light, and the initiatrix of a new cycle or chapter in your life. She is the luminous dispeller of darkness, the flickering flame of hope in the heart that can burn into such a radiant holy fire that even the greatest challenge do not cause the soul to turn away in fear. Her presence in a reading signifies a fresh start in overcoming an old cycle. Aurora of Gamma indicates a shift into a new cycle, but also growing presence of the light within, which is the creative light of spirit. Tuning in to the light opens up options for living soulfully away from the grip of ignorance, no longer consistently ensnared by the compelling, but ultimately fraudulent conjugations of ego. Her new era is an inner transformation with positive external consequences. Trust in what your inner light is manifesting in your heart and in your world. My goodness, guys. This is amazing. We are going to be able to manifest. We have to let go, though. So whoever is watching this reading, know that there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We need to trust in spirit. We need to go within. We need healing. We need to heal. We need to meditate and contemplate. We need to let things flow, though. We need to go explore within. Things will work out. You got to work through the feelings, looking at the bigger picture. And knowledge is on its way because spirit is giving you that knowledge. It's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be okay. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of different things on my channel that I offer. Read alouds, different types of books, philosophy, metaphysics, fun books. Check those out. I hope you enjoyed. If I don't see you, enjoy your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Please be safe. Please keep the vibes high. Times are changing. The light's coming in. So with that, thank you for coming, and I hope you have an amazing weekend.